Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. We are going to be decluttering some of my makeup collection. Now, I try to declutter as I go about my makeup routine, cleaning things up in my room. I try to, if I see a product that I'm like, you know what, it's not getting enough love, I try to set it to the side so that I can get it out of my collection, I can get it set to the side, and I can decide, if I miss it, I know where it is, so I can kind of go back to it. And then once I get things together, I like to show y'all. I like to do end of the year declutter, show y'all what I'm pulling out. I am going to show y'all what I'm getting rid of. I'm passing the things that aren't expired along to family and friends. My family and friends know I love makeup and they know I do declutters. So all of this makeup that's not expired will be going to good homes. I have a bag, I'm putting it in so my family can shop through it. They can pick out what they want. Of course, the things that are expired I have to throw away, because let me just tell y'all, some of this stuff has a funky smell. It has a funky texture to it. Like, you know when you go to use something and you're like, yeah, it's time for it to get thrown away. It's probably expired. So I'm going to be showing y'all what I'm getting rid of, maybe kind of tell you a brief explanation of why it doesn't get to stay in my collection anymore. And I hope you enjoy watching. I hope you enjoy seeing what I'm phasing out of my makeup collection. If you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, declutters, hey, we are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, because I do upload lots of new videos every single week, but I can't wait to share my decluttering with y'all. So let's jump into it. This Marc Jacobs bronzing, I don't want to say, this bronzing glow away bronzer stick, whatever, it's gotta go, okay? I use this to bronze up the body. It doesn't compete with the ColourPop. I like to use not necessarily body makeup, but a little bit of body blur sometimes. I have scars, I've mentioned before, on my arms and neck from a car accident I was in. I kind of like to blur those. I like the Fenty body sauce. I thought this would be something like that, just a little bit lightly over the body. But while it swatches beautifully, it never really sets on me. So it just stays looking, it gets off on my clothes. It can't stay, you know. I don't have time in my life for things that just don't work. Same thing with this Heat Wave from Flower Beauty. You can see, look at that. I really tried to make this work. I thought this would be a good dupe for my Drunk Elephant de-bronzy face drops, for mixing with sunscreen for a little bit of color, or just something like that. You know, just a very sheer, no makeup type of thing. It's kind of thick. It doesn't blend well. It looks kind of streaky. I've seen other people have luck with this, but not me, unfortunately, not me. And it just, look at her. She's kind of a chunky formula. These four gotta go, and they gotta go for different reasons, okay? That NYX Extreme Shine Lip Cream, really good. Thick, shiny gloss, but it is expired. I went to use it, and the smell was off. And you know when the smell on your lip product is off, it's that's your first sign. That is your first sign that maybe you should kind of toss it in the trash. The Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear, I'm so jealous. So many people love this. I've talked about my dislike for this. I tried it. It doesn't look great under my eyes. The coverage is not there for me. I feel like it ages me. I have to build it, and I just don't want to layer a ton of product on me. The Cheek Dew from ColourPop, I'm going to pass that on to somebody else actually, because it's not my favorite liquid blush formula. It's very sheer, and I knew it was going to be sheer, so I intentionally went with that bold color. Like I bought a bold color because I was like, you know what? It's going to be kind of sheer. I want to see how it is, and I just feel like I like so many other cream blushes better. The NYX Total Control Pro drops, I bought those to actually lighten foundations that were maybe a summer color to make them a winter color, but they're so liquidy. I much prefer my LA Girl, I think it's like the Pro Pigment, I don't know, it's way better than the NYX, but I think the NYX could work for somebody else, so I'm going to see if I have a friend or family member who might want it. This is a palette from Dee Dee's Signature. Again, this palette is very nice, very beautiful. The shadows are pigmented, blendable. The shimmers are very pretty, but I can't keep everything. Look, those colors are something that I know my friends and family would love to have. Like there's some deep purpley browns, some oranges, yellows, like really pretty metallic-y type colors. So I just need to pass this on to a friend. I don't get enough use out of it, and I don't want to keep makeup sitting around. I'm going to keep saying that in this video, but I think I can give this to somebody who really likes it and know that they're going to get some really good eyeshadows. I'm also going to declutter these beautiful Pro Fusion palettes. These are really beautiful palettes. I've done videos and looks with these, so if you have them and you want to see these in action, I think these are both really nice, really pretty monochromatic palettes, and they're only $5. But again, I just don't reach for them enough. I don't think I've reached for them in months, and instead of them collecting dust, I'm going to pass them on. I think Profusion makes beautiful formulas. I just feel like these two color stories, I feel comfortable passing on to a friend. I feel the same way about these e.l.f. palettes. These are not bad. So the Everyday Smoky and the Everyday Sunset, I feel like are decent palettes. Whereas this palette right here is a really, really good palette. This is a rainbow palette from e.l.f. It's the 18 Hit Wonder. This is beautiful. It even has like a duochrome in there. That shade Moss shifts from like a green to a gold. It's really pretty. The silver is really nice. I think this palette is really good, but when I'm reaching for rainbow palettes, I'm not reaching for this one as much. I bought it, I used it, I really enjoyed it, but I feel like I can pass it on, give it to somebody who might get more use out of it than I do currently. I'm kind of looking at it and like, maybe I should keep it because I do like these shades. I feel like that yellow shade is good in here, but I'm gonna pass it along. I'm gonna give it to somebody who's going to use it and love it a lot more than I do. So final decision, passing these on. Okay, these products are straight up expired. That's why they're getting thrown away. I don't know how many of y'all were on a live that I did, oh gosh, at the beginning of the year, maybe even longer than that, where I put on the Healthy Foundation and I could immediately smell the difference. I was like, oh my gosh, this foundation is expired. So that's getting thrown away. And these Wet n Wild contour sticks are also expired. I bought all the colors. All the colors are kind of pretty similar. They could do a bit better with the shade range. Like even the packaging, I feel like looking at the packaging, it's hard to tell what color is what because they're so similar, but they're really nice. If you like a chubby stick like that where you can kind of draw on your bronzer and kind of blend it in, I really liked them, but they're expired. I went to swatch them one day and the texture and everything was just off. It wasn't the same product anymore, and I don't need to keep expired products. I really do not need to keep expired products that I can't use. They're just taking up space. That's the thing with creams. They don't stay good forever, so it's time for me to take these to the trash. I can't believe it, y'all. These used to be a favorite blinding highlight formula for me. These are the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighters. I have 3 different shades. You see, I have like the white one, the pinkish one, and the more like goldy one. I'm pretty sure there are even more shades like that go deeper, but These are great highlighters, but I have so many highlighters. I have so many highlighters that I absolutely love, and I found myself that I just wasn't reaching for these to the point that they got pushed to the very back, and I just wasn't reaching for them. So when I was going through kind of looking at my makeup, I decided I should not keep these just to keep these. I know I keep saying it, I sound like a broken record, but I enjoy these, and I know somebody else is going to enjoy these, because realistically, I'm not going to reach for these. These two shades right here, when I want something like this, I think of my Pixie Delicate Dew little highlighting duo, and I'm reaching for that every time rather than reaching for these two. So I'm gonna pass them on. They were once a favorite. I once loved them so much, but now it's time for them to find a new home. Maybe they will become somebody else's favorite. Okay, first up, I'm going to declutter this Kevyn Aucoin palette. It's a highlighter palette, very pretty. It's a little broken. It came to me broken, honestly. I received this from Look Fantastic, and I just never really got into it. Never really used it enough. So I want to pass it on to somebody that I think will really use it. Next, I'm choosing to declutter these two Clinique foundations. Now, there's nothing wrong with these. This one right here, the Even Better, is really nice. I actually got this with points from Ulta. I just don't wear it enough. It's not like a favorite. And then this one needs to be thrown away. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. It's just really old. Like, it really needs to be thrown away. It's probably like housing lots of bacteria. I liked it when I had it. It's a very like medium natural coverage type of product, but I have things I like better, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. This one right here is kind of hard to get rid of, but listen, I just don't use it enough. This is not the Lorac that's in Ulta. This is an indie brand out of the UK, and honestly, this palette's so pretty. I don't use it enough. I have things I reach for over this, but it's a warm tone palette with two beautiful highlighters. Like, there's just no reason for me to keep it. There's no reason for me to keep something that I'm not using, I'm not reaching for. I don't think I've reached for this palette in a year, and I know I have friends and family who would really love that palette because it's beautiful warm tones with also some splashes of pinks and oranges, and it has some really pretty special shades. I can't keep everything. I kind of want to keep this, but realistically, I haven't reached for it. I haven't used it, and I would love to see it go to somebody who's going to use it a ton. I'm also getting rid of this Diamond Glow powder. This is from Camia Cosmetics. Let me open it up. So, oh, like, it's hard to even show. It's so glittery. It's so intense, but it doesn't look good. I don't like the finish it has. Like, it just looks like a stripe on my skin. It's too light, and it's just it's chunky glitter that I think will be good for somebody else. Not great for me. Alright, I'm also getting rid of these three. This Huda Beauty right here is like a honey silk balm kiss. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. I just have products I like better. It didn't give me that strong honey scent, so I'd rather give it to somebody who's gonna love it, like a family member who doesn't mind having my lip products. This is actually an Ofra blush that I really liked. Let me see if it can focus and show you. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it's really just gone bad. It started to turn, and when I was kind of going through my things, yeah, it needs to be thrown in the trash. This is one of the Soph X Makeup Revolution lip products. Nothing wrong with it, but I know a family member will use it a lot more than I do. It's kind of a sheer pinky color, very pretty, just not something I reach for all the time. One is surprised that I'm getting rid of these glowish powders from Huda. My sister-in-law has dry skin, so I think she might like these. I don't know. For me, they emphasized my pores so much. It was like shining a spotlight onto my pores. Like, hey everybody, look at my pores, look at me, oh my gosh, look, I have like 5,000 million pores on my nose. It was bad. I tried this powder. I mean, is it the worst thing in the world? It's expensive, okay? My NYX High Glass Finishing Powder is like less than $10. It's amazing. It makes me look glowy, glass skin. That's what I thought these powders would do for me. They did not. They made me look horrible. Like, they made me look like a villain in Lord of the Rings, okay? So these, they have to go. Maybe somebody else would like them. I tested them for a few weeks, and it's just time for them to leave. I'm also moving out these two products. These are not bad products at all, actually. This is a Tarte cream blush that I got in a Sephora favorites set. It's actually very nice, okay? It's a very nice blush, very nice cream blush. But I don't reach for it over my Natasha Denona or my Melt. So even though I like it, the thing with creams is they don't last as long as powders. So if I'm not going to reach for this and use it, I need to pass it on. I think my mom will really like this shade. I know she really likes Tarte blushes. So I don't want to have makeup just to say I have a lot of makeup. Like, I want to give this is a great product that somebody else is going to love. And the same with this Hoola bronzer. This is a great bronzer. Like, I've used up Hoola's before. And I have repurchased, but I don't love it as much as some of my other bronzers. Like, I love my Charlotte Tilbury, I love my Vive, I love my even Physicians Formula and NYX bronzers a bit more than this, and I just found that I hadn't reached for this in so long. And when that's the case and it's still a good usable product, I want to give it to somebody else. Listen, I love makeup and I love sharing products like this with friends and family. Like, I want this makeup to get used and I want it to be loved. All right, y'all, I really hope that you enjoyed seeing my declutter. I will have more coming. But I felt like this was a good stopping point for today. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more declutters for me. I will have that coming up here on 35 Days of Heather. So hit that subscribe button, like the video if you want to see more declutters, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!